Too late. We're live on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Salomania Friends YouTube channel. Glad you're here with us today. And normally we cover classic shows and classic stuff, but today we're talking. There's a lot of stuff to talk about in the current world of professional wrestling. In the current world, quite frankly, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. But we're going to keep it to wrestling and a couple of TV shows. Um, If you're new to this channel, Frank, tell them what to do.
Hit that subscribe button.
Right? And if you don't,
If you don't, my boy Jake Magnum gonna come to your favorite AAA team stadium. He's gonna rake against your favorite AAA pitcher. My
facts.
boy, the Future. Remember that name.
Future? That's a rapper's name, bro.
I said he is the Future. I didn't say he was Future.
Anyway, be that as it may, let's talk about current stuff, man. We watch now. You watched Raw. I did not watch Raw. I was at a friend's house. He had a barbecue. So
I just watched Raw. I watched Dynamite. I watched a little bit of Rampage, and I watched NXT. I have not watched SmackDown yet.
I haven't watched SmackDown yet either. I saw a few things from SmackDown on the YouTube page, but let's talk about what everybody wants us to talk about first. We got one thing we're watching, by the way. So shout out to whoever that is. Appreciate you coming through. Leave a comment down below. Let us know who it is. Tell us your name and everything like that. We'll shout it. Let's talk about what everybody wants us to talk about first. Let's talk about MJF. My God, that guy cut a hellacious, phenomenal, fantastic, amazing, freaking promo. I love it. Yeah, I think I've said this on the show a couple times. I absolutely love MJF. I do. MJF is one of my favorite peoples right now. I think the guy is fantastic. I saw like a clip compilation of his best bad guy moments. There was a fan. He was at a fan like meet and greet, and there was a guy that came up in a wheelchair, and MJF being the best here, he's like, "Oh yeah, look what I." And he's talking shit with the fan, and he goes, "Oh yeah, look what I can do," and just stands up, just to mock the guy in the wheel. God, that's awesome, bro. I love
it. Yeah. So we did an episode on the whole walkout thing that he apparently did before their pay-per-view, which as it all turns out, that it looks like that was just a work to set this angle up. Which there are some people that think this promo was a shoot. I don't believe it was. I think they're setting up an angle here, and if this could end up being the moment where AEW finally gets my full attention.
Right.
I swear. I occasionally watch an episode of Dynamite and I'm like, don't care. And I don't watch for a couple weeks and they do something again. I'm like, I'll watch. I'm like, don't care. The reason why I tuned in last week was because I was interested in seeing what they were going to do with CM Punk. Sadly, of course, Punk got hurt.
We'll talk about that.
And if Punk didn't get hurt, if the MJF promo didn't happen last week, Punk getting hurt would have just made me tune right out because he was what I was tuning in for, and then he immediately gets hurt. But yeah, this promo was crazy.
Yeah.
He just totally bashed the damn company that bashed Tony Khan. And if that was a shoot, I don't understand how AEW hand the guy. Yeah, what?
You know, if that's a shoot, you don't understand how the mic gets cut off. Like they
not right, but not that. I don't understand why they would hand him a mic and just be if they know he's pissed off about the company, just like here, take a mic. Go ahead, bash us in any way you can. You got all the free will. Nah, there's no way that was a shoot. I think it was a work.
There are two things I want to say. The first thing is there are the whole is it a work, is it a shoot thing? Who gives a shit? Quite frankly, who cares if it's a work? Who cares if it's a shoot? It's obviously a work, folks. But who cares? It's not
Well,
for
if it's a
you.
if it's a shoot, if it's a shoot, then it happened for no damn reason.
Yeah,
There's gonna be no angle to come at it.
exactly.
That's why if this was a shoot, this was one of the most meaningless things to ever happen.
Yeah,
He does that and then he just leaves.
right.
Then that was meaningless.
And
It's gonna take the eyeballs off the product. If it's a work, then they got a red hot angle going right now.
then
That's why I care.
right. And the second thing I want to say is, I was on your page on Facebook a little earlier today, your personal page,
Right.
and I saw some people giving you shit. And I want to address those people real quick, if I may. I'm not going to call them out by name because I can't remember their freaking name. But you,
Well, before you do that, let me just say, you can do that, but I just want to let. But anybody is welcome to comment on my takes. I
yeah,
don't care if you disagree or not. Sadly, sometimes it leads to arguments in the damn and between other people, which I try to stay away from.
yeah, we
But
don't that earlier.
yeah, that's what I don't want. I want you. I post that stuff on my personal page to get the opinions of other people. Like if you disagree with me, that's fine. Most of the people who watch wrestling today are going to disagree with me because I have totally different views on what makes wrestling fun for me.
Right.
So I expect
And,
those.
and that's the thing is you make it fun for you. You like what you like, and
Right.
if people disagree, that's one thing. But the stuff I saw today, it kind of pissed me the fuck off, Frank. I saw people mocking you and saying, "Well, you should just watch Days of Our Lives if he wants all the drama and blah 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 blah." And I'm like, you need to shut the fuck up because you don't know what the hell you're
I
talking.
mean, I that person's just being funny though. I don't think he means that, because he says that all the time. He's saying that just to be
Yeah.
funny.
Well,
Yeah, he's saying that just to be funny.
I read it for the first time, and that kind of made me mad. And I'm like, bro,
Nah,
don't mock
it,
him. You don't mock him because he prefers the drama, the action, or the
yeah,
acting over the action. You know what I mean?
yeah.
No,
Nah, that's my boy Max. He's just being funny.
okay. Well,
And the funny thing about him, we literally live like in the same area. I've never met him, but we live in the same area.
go to his house, throw some ones. No.
Nah, but there was a couple months
Hey,
ago.
hey, Max, if you're watching the video, man, I'm sorry. I love you. You're a good guy. My bad.
Nah, it's all good. Trust me.
People watching? What?
How many? How
Woo!
many? How
Huh?
many? How many?
People watching us.
Well, that's pretty good for a live.
Everybody watch our video, man. Wow, that's a lot of people to watch our video.
Let's get some comments, guys. Say what's up.
Say what's up. Shout
Yeah.
we'll shout you guys out. Yeah, no, like I said, the MJF thing is a work, is it a shoot? It's obviously a work, but who cares? That's not for you to worry about as a fan. Your fan is to sit there, or your job is to sit there and enjoy it. And
I totally disagree with what you're. I totally disagree with what you're saying, because if it's a shoot, then there's nothing to enjoy. If it's a shoot, the dude's leaving. Like, what are we gonna get out of that? If it's a work, then they're turning it into an angle. Then you're gonna get something to enjoy on the show. That's my feeling on it. That's why I'm, feel on that. Is it a work or is it a shoot? Because if it's a shoot, then he just bashed the company for no damn reason. It's just gonna walk out on it.
yeah.
But if it's a work, it's setting up a potentially red hot angle.
Let's switch gears here. Let's talk a little bit about NXT. We both watched a little bit of NXT. I watched a little bit.
Hold on. NXT, which stands for Now Extremely, no E, Extremely Toxic. And don't forget to watch tonight In Your Toxic House. We're doing an In Your Toxic House tonight.
I'm just gonna do what everybody's thinking. Hold up a second. Hey, it's Franklin. got a Frank is a little oh crap. Frank here is a bit of a fan of Mandy Rose. Frank, talk about your
And all three of them, they are they got a very entertaining trio going there. And it's the best thing going in that not promotion, that show I should say, because it is WWE. Um, and I also enjoyed the family versus family thing that they got going on. I watched that segment where they were on a boat,
yeah.
but that was really good. But other than that,
I'm gonna be honest. Hey, we got Ismail in the chat. Ismail, he says, "Good
what's up,
afternoon."
Bisman?
Ismail, what's up, brother? How you doing,
What's up,
buddy?
fellow Met?
He's been on my show a few times, and he's a great guy. Hey, go follow his podcast, the Venom and Smoke podcast.
Yeah, I subscribed after I watched him on your show because you promoted the podcast.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Ismail, shout out to Mo, and shout out to Lala. They're all fantastic people. I love them. Ismail and I, we have a long, antiquated history that is not for this channel, but shout out to
Yeah,
my boy.
he did a phenomenal job on what was it, night two
Yeah,
WrestleMania?
it was night two.
Yeah,
Yep.
he did a phenomenal job. Yeah.
So shout out to my man. Uh, anyway, if you do you want to review? Do you want to review? Do you want to preview tonight's show of NXT?
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about it. I'll be watching.
I might watch. You want to watch
Yeah,
together?
yeah, we can do that. The problem is if it goes into like 10 o'clock, I gotta turn it off because
Yeah.
the Met game starts at like 10:10. So
Uh,
so I might not watch all of it. I'll have to catch the end later. But yeah, if you want to watch up until like 10 o'clock, we can do that.
So the first match is Cameron Grimes against Carmelo Hayes for the NXT North American Championship.
Right. Cameron Grimes, I like him. He's got a little charisma to him.
Right now,
I-
I like Cameron Grimes. He's fantastic.
Yeah, he is.
To the moon. Yeah, you know. Who are you picking for this match?
Oh, picks? Nah, I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm sorry. I don't do that, man.
We don't gotta be
Sorry.
um,
Yeah, I don't do that.
pretty. Here you go. Pretty Deadly, which is Elton Prince and Kit Wilson against the Creed brothers for the NXT Tag Team titles, and Brutus Creed and Julius Creed. Those are some. I actually like those Creed brothers, man. They have some cool names, and they actually like badass.
Yeah, these two are brand new. I mean, these two teams are brand new to me, so I can't say much about that match.
I've seen the Creed brothers a little bit. They can go. They're pretty solid in the ring. Braun, how is this not the main event? This is match number 3. I'm sure this will be the main event. Braun Breaker versus Joe Gacy for the NXT Championship. If Breaker is disqualified, or Braun Breaker.
Okay.
If Breaker is disqualified, God, I can't say that. If Breaker, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. If Breaker is disqualified, he will lose the title.
All right. So I don't know much about Joe Gacy, but I saw the little promo he did on last week's show. That was really good. Talking about Braun Breaker's history, of course, as Steiner. Him and his brother always fought while they're watching their dad on WCW. And then Rick comes home and he doesn't break it up. He just lets them fight. No, that was a good little segment there.
I like
Braun. I'm very excited with Braun Breaker. I'm like you though. I don't watch enough NXT to even know the guy's last name, how to pronounce it. But he looks like a star in the making, no doubt.
I think it's Breaker. I don't think it's Breaker, but yeah.
Okay.
Why
not just call him Steiner? Everybody knows that name.
Right. Exactly.
Braun Steiner.
Here's your girls. Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane against Katana Chance and Caden Carter.
Okay, so this podcast has officially gotten toxic. Okay, let's go.
And it's for
Um,
60 women's tag team titles.
yeah. So again, nice little contract. Why am I forgetting the name? Contract signing. Yeah,
Yeah.
segment. Both Raw and NXT had contract signings segments. To me, I don't think you need to be doing that many contract signings on in the
Yeah.
same week. Like, but yeah, occasionally a contract signing. Uh, it should usually be for like a big main event. But I enjoyed the segment that Toxic Attraction had with. I know Casey Catanzaro. I don't know the other two too well, but I like how the girl in the middle got like the blindfold to sleep on, and she got the hoodie and all that. She got a good look to her.
The chick that's in the
Yeah,
sleep.
Wendy
Yeah, yeah.
Wendy Chu, right? Wendy Chu.
Ismail says it's a money issue with Steiner's last name. So, okay.
Oh, I see.
And
That makes
that
sense.
makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you, Izzy. I didn't know that.
I
So
didn't
money.
know that either.
WWE is having money issues? Sorry, my bad. Anyway, uh, we got, speaking of Wendy Chu, your girl, Mandy Rose, is defending her NXT Women's Championship against Wendy Chu.
Yeah, that should be a good match.
And then in the final match for tonight, Tony D'Angelo, Danning, Stax, Lorenzo, and Troy, 2 times Donovan against Legado de Fantasma, Santos Escobar, Cruz del Toro, and Joaquin Wild.
I don't think that's going to be. I think that's just the way Where are you reading this from?
Media.
Wikipedia. Yeah, Wikipedia. Nah, but that's probably just the way Wikipedia has it listed. I don't see why that match should be above
Yeah,
the
and,
title.
by the and here's the thing about that six-man tag. I don't like heels versus heels or faces versus faces matches. I'm not a fan of those. I think if you're gonna have a match, you gotta have a baby face and you gotta have a heel, or a team of baby faces and a team of heels.
More often than not, yes. But occasionally, I ain't got no problem with it. Well, look at WrestleMania 23. Batista and Undertaker, they were both baby faces. They tore it down, and
Cena
even
for
Cena
both.
and Michaels in the main event. Yep, they tore it down too. Hell,
Let's
they were the tag team champions going into that match.
let's go even let's go even later than that. WrestleMania 27, Triple H versus The Undertaker. WrestleMania
Right,
28, Triple H versus The Undertaker.
right.
WrestleMania 25, 26, Shawn Michaels Undertaker.
It
WrestleMania
can be done. Yeah,
Michaels.
it could be done. Yeah. Just occasionally, not all the time.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy to think about. 23 through 28, they had a lot of babyface, man. Babyface. Wow. Hey, 28, The Rock versus Cena.
There you go.
I mean, and I love that for you. I love that feud. That whole feud was awesome, and I
I
love
feel like
year
I
long.
feel like the match the matches could have been a little better. But I put too much high hopes on that. Like I put that on the level of Rock Hogan,
Yeah,
and they just did not reach that the crowd did not reach the level of Rock Hogan in those two matches.
yeah. I absolutely adored that feud, and I like that they took a year to build it up. And in that
Yeah,
Survivor Series, like right in the middle there, that Survivor Series, they teamed up and they whooped Miz and R-Truth. They should have been tag team champions. They were really, really freaking good. Our
yeah,
truth is a gym. Our truth is a gym. Can we acknowledge this? Our truth is
yes,
a gym.
yes. He's
Okay.
one of more. He's one of the most entertaining characters of this generation.
I love that segment where they had like a bunch of wrestlers in the ring. It was like Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and all them. And he comes out and he's talking about, and R-Truth comes out and he's like, I'm going to be Mr. Money in the Bank. He's talking his shit. He's like, I'm going to climb that ladder. I conquered my fear of spiders. I'm going to climb that ladder. I'm going to win. I'm gonna win Money in the Bank, and Kane's looking at him like, dude, you're not even in the match. And R2, I'm not. And the rest of the ring are all done.
And then didn't he come into a Money in the Bank match once where that he wasn't involved in? He brought a ladder and started
That was
climbing
the
or
Royal
something.
Rumble match. He did that in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, Royal Rumble, yeah.
He comes out in the Royal Rumble match. He's going into the ring. He's getting the ladder. He throws the ladder in the ring, sets it up in the middle of the ring, climbs it. He's like, yeah. Wait, what? Where is he? Brock Lesnar, great character, and laugh his ass off. Have you seen that clip?
I have, yeah.
Paul, I'm talking to you, Paul Heyman. R-Truth, man. Look. The 24/7 championship is a knockoff of the hardcore title. Let's be real. It is. Okay? It's their way. It's their way of trying to be entertaining as well, and I get that. But R-Truth is the savior of those segments. He's in all them segments. I don't think he's missed a. I don't think he's
I enjoy those segments.
Yeah, they're entertaining. Some of them are entertaining. The wedding thing, the best part of the wedding segment was when Tamina and Dana Brooke teased the lesbian angle.
Which wedding angle was this?
I'm sorry?
Which wedding angle was this?
It was a couple weeks ago on Raw.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was a double wedding with Akira. It was a double wedding. So Akira Tozawa was marrying Tamina, and Dana Brooke was marrying Reggie. And R-Truth was going to be the whatever you call it, the guy marrying them.
Reggie's another one. He's fun.
Reggie's got his moments. I like Reggie. What do you call that? What do you call somebody marrying to the couple? What do you call that? It's not a preacher.
I know what you're talking about. Oh, damn it. If somebody in the comments knows, please. Yeah. I should know this. The ordained minister or something like that.
The ordained minister. There you go. We'll go with that. And so R-Truth was the ordained minister, and he was marrying. He was for both weddings, and during right in the middle of the wedding angle, Tamina shoves Akira aside, and Nina shoves Reggie aside, and they kind of get real close. They kind of stare at each other like they're gonna kiss, and then they look at each other like they're gonna kiss, and then Akira and Akira and Reggie come up, and they're like, "Hey," and then they kind of break them apart, and that's that. But that segment was okay. It wasn't the best. Personally, my favorite wrestling wedding was the wedding of Indy Hartwell and Dexter Lumis. Love that. That was hilarious.
Mine is Kane and Lita. What happened?
May I have the rings, please? We're in the ring. Yeah, we're in the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, yeah.
Yes, I seen it. I loved Kane and Lita's wedding because I thought that whole angle was phenomenal. And then Matt Hardy, of course, in the end trying to interfere, and then he gets choke slammed off the stage and all that. But yeah, the whole build up to that Kane Lita thing was so good, man. And the wedding, that angle was great. Even though there wasn't really any like comedy to that one, but it was what?
When Lita did her pregnancy ankle, I legit thought she was actually pregnant.
Well, you were younger.
Hey, Wesley's in the house, my boy Wes.
What's up, Wes?
A fish. That's what it is. Ismail, thank you. It's a fishing. That's what the wedding is.
Oh, a fish. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wes says someone in the comments. Someone in the comments. Geez, didn't know there's a test. Christian, nice drip, by the way. Thank you, Wes. Hey, shot to the sir, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, that's lit.
And Wes says beer. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, shout out to my boy Wes and shout out to Ismail, man. Appreciate you guys commenting,
Yeah.
man. Jake Magnum is the future. I just now noticed your little nickname there. I'm like,
I just said that earlier in the episode.
okay, well, blame it on this.
Remember the name.
Jake
Tearing
Magnum.
up AAA Syracuse right now. He's gonna be tearing up the big leagues before you know it.
Yeah, Wes. This shirt, I got this shirt in Florida, man. I got this shirt at a thrift store in Florida. Actually, this shirt was like $5. Um, yeah. It's yeah. Hey, I had a blast in Florida when I went in February. It was phenomenal. I told my story. I went with my mom and we got 4 people. Yo,
Hang on 1 second. 1 second.
4 people watching. Frank wants to leave. Yeah, no, I think I've told some stories on my Florida trip. I went with my mom and my dad and my cousin. What's he got? What does he got? What does he got? Frank, what do you got, Franklin?
Right there. That's the future right there. Jake Magnum. Remember the name.
Got you. Jake Magnum, folks. Remember the name. We had 4 people watching, and then you just had to dip out. Damn. Frank is an intelligent Mets fan. That's what Izzy says.
Who said that? Oh, all right. Yeah, I was gonna say before you interrupted me when you mentioned that Izzy was here, I said, fellow Met fan, what up, Izzy?
Yeah. Okay, fine. Mets are the Mets. It's their fault. It's snowed in Colorado.
Hold on. Say it right. The first place Mets. Say it right.
The first place Mets.
As long as you say it right.
Let's continue talking about wrestling here. We're not here for baseball. We're here for wrestling. Yeah. So we mentioned earlier that CM Punk has to relinquish had to relinquish last night the AEW championship, and there will be so this is AEW. There's going to be a battle royal on next
Right.
week's Dynamite, and the winner of that battle royal will not be the champion, but the winner of that battle royal will face John Moxley. Why? Because why? John Moxley is #1 contender apparently, and someone's going to face him for the championship. And then there's more. Hold up. Let me pull this up real quick. So,
I know what you're gonna say, and I don't agree with it. I know where you're going with this. I don't agree with it.
did you see that little the rules for the inner title?
Yeah, that's what I was going for. I don't agree with that. I don't like that idea. I know apparently it's been done before. I I don't like it. Just have a champion, have somebody win the title, and when CM Punk's ready to go, he can challenge that person for the title. You can put the belt back on CM Punk.
Those of you who don't know, wow, we dropped down from 4-1, from 4 viewers to 1 real fast. Because you left, I'm telling you. Anyway, well, hey, we got 1 viewer watching, so shout out to that 1 viewer. Fuck CM Punk. Okay, Izzy, I see you.
Everybody has their opinions, and then you're entitled to it. But I'm personally a fan of Punk.
Yeah, so I'm gonna read this to you. Okay, this is off my phone on Facebook. So, the AEW Interim World Championship Eliminator Series. Frank, did you see this? Is this what you were talking about?
I saw what you just showed. I saw, but I didn't read it. Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't read. All I know is they're doing an interim champ, which essentially means that when Punk comes back, he's the champ, right?
Right.
I don't agree with this.
Here's the rules for this. An exciting. So the multi-stage. I'm not going to read what the top is. It's just talking about business. Yeah. So the Eliminator Series will feature an exciting battle royal featuring many of the top competitors in AEW, which will open the broadcast of AEW Dynamite. So that's opening the show. This live this Wednesday, June 8th, from the Cable Dahmer Arena in Independence, Missouri. Is that right? MO? Is that Missouri?
Mo, I would think is Missouri, but I'm not sure.
Okay. In Independence, Missouri, with the winner advancing to the compete in the main event. That same night, the winner of the Battle Royal will meet former AEW champion and number one ranked. Okay, so they did the ranking thing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of rankings. I'm not a fan of win loss records and rankings and all that shit. I really don't care.
Right. The number one ranked John Moxley in an eliminator match in the main event of Dynamite, with the winner advancing to compete for the interim AEW World Championship at Forbidden Door on June 26th, live from the sold out United Center in Chicago, Illinois. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wait, there's more. There's even more, Frank. Meanwhile, on June 12th, at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Dominion event from the historic Okada Joe Hall, highly decorated NJPW stars and longtime rivals. I'm gonna see if I can say his name correctly. Hiroshi Tanahashi
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Hiroki Goto
Yeah,
uh,
I think that's right. Yeah.
will face off in an eliminator match for the interim AEW World Championship, with the winner also advancing to Forbidden Door on June 26th, live on pay per view. Wait, what?
To be the number one contender to the new champ, though, right?
Thank you for clarifying. The winner,
I figured that. Yeah.
the winner of AEW's June 8th eliminator match will face the winner of New Japan Pro Wrestling's June 12th Tanahashi versus Goto eliminator match in the main event of Forbidden Door on June 26th to crown the interim AEW World Champion. After AEW World Champion CM Punk is medically cleared to compete, the winner of the AEW Interim World Championship Eliminator Series will face CM Punk in an AEW World Championship Unification match. So,
I would expect that Tanahashi is going to win all that because Tanahashi was supposed to be Punk's opponent at Forbidden Door. What a dumb name. But yeah, that was supposed to be his opponent at that event. So I'm guessing Tanahashi will win the belt.
Yay, let's go with the yeah, Missouri. Okay, thank you, Izzy. Just clarifying that, man. Thank you, bro. Hey,
how many viewers you got?
What up?
How many viewers you got?
We got 3. Well, we had 3. Now we're down to 2. But
okay,
our viewers are doing pretty good. You know,
well, for us, they're doing good.
Everybody, yeah, that's true. Because I'm on like reaction channel live videos, and they get like 20, 30. They get like 300 people watching that one.
There is a view. There is a you can get YouTube viewers. It's just not that many people are gonna care about not fans, wrestling fans talking about wrestling. With today you got all these wrestling podcasts from people who have actually been in the wrestling business, and that's what people are watching. And I can't blame them. I can't blame them at all.
Bruce Pritchard, I like Bruce Pritchard's podcast. He's entertaining.
Yes.
Jim Cornette, when he's not talking politics and religion and all that, he's actually very entertaining. He actually told a story this past on one of his podcasts. He went out for the first time. He actually went out in public for like the first time in a long time. He went out to like a restaurant and a hotel, and he stayed there. I guess like the hotel air condition was broken.
Right.
Because Jim Cornette's got to always bitch about something. But no. I like Jim Cornette's podcast. He's entertaining. Brian Lash is just his little puppy dog bitch, quite frankly. But am I wrong, Frank? Am I wrong? Brian Last is
I don't listen to Cornette's podcast enough to really know that. I
okay.
listen to clips of his podcast. Um, I mostly listen to not Cornette.
Bruce.
Roots,
Road
Russo. Yeah, Road Dogg. I got into. I got to get back into Road Dogg. Jeff Jarrett.
My
Which My World. 83 weeks.
Conrad Thompson is the hardest working man in podcast.
Who?
Conrad Thompson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's everywhere, man.
He's doing something to wrestle with. He's doing My World.
Yeah.
Man, he did Ric Flair's podcast with Flair the podcast. Yeah, that guy. He's a hard working man, bro.
He is. He's the king. He's the king of wrestling podcasts, right? You can't argue that.
And you're the queen of queens. See what I did there, queen of queens, because you're
Yeah.
a bitch. No. Oh wow, that escalated quickly. We went from 0 views to 2 viewers. Hey. Let's see if you have any comments. Okay, we don't have any current comments. So neither one of us watched SmackDown much. I saw
there wasn't much to talk about on Rampage. That was just a bunch of matches.
Punk and relinquishing the AEW, or not even relinquishing, just CM Punk saying that he's got to go away for a while.
Yeah.
And I actually watched that segment, and he came out crying, and he was crying the entire promo, and it was an emotional thing. Shout out to CM Punk. I hope he gets better soon, and
I agree.
I'm not like Izzy. I actually enjoy CM Punk.
Jay hates Punk too.
Yeah. It is what it is with CM Punk. You know.
Hey, you like what you like. As we say, you're allowed to like what you like. That's your opinion.
Wrestling with Regret.
What happened?
Have you ever watched Wrestling with Regret?
Some of them. I might have watched them once or twice. I don't know.
Brian Last has a saying: "Like what you like, don't be a dick." You know, like that.
Wait, so this is the same guy? This is the same guy that does Cornette's podcast?
Did I say Brian Last?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant Brian Zane. His name is Brian Zane.
Okay.
But actually, it's crazy because Brian Zane has done Jim Cornette impressions.
Really?
Times. He's actually. The cool thing is, he actually got to interview Jim Cornette at one point.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So he's like and then like Brian Zane said something on Twitter about comedy and wrestling. Jim Cornette's like, well, fuck you, we're done.
I told you he did that same shit to me, bro. I'm telling you. Why does he do that?
Jim Cornette?
Yeah.
It's the kind of guy, if you don't agree with him, you're done. You're
it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
I don't agree with that mindset. I don't understand that mindset at all.
Yeah.
You know, if you and me, we disagree on something. So you think that Charmed is the greatest TV drama show of all time. I know. But the point is, you and I, we disagree on that. But are you done with me? Am I done with you? No. We're still homies. We're still friends. Well, acquaintances. We still have
people nowadays. Some people, I should say, take opinions in entertainment way too serious. Like if I hate that, you should hate that. If I like that, you should like that. And if you disagree with me, you're blocked.
Hey, for a while, during the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial, I was trying to convince my mom that Johnny Depp was the victim, and Mom was like, "He's not a fucking victim. He's just a loser." Blah blah blah. blah.
But block her, bro.
Block her, bro. Facts. On Facebook. And then finally she came around, and she's like, "I was listening to the trial. Oh my God, he really is a victim. Listen to those freaking voice recordings. You can hear it. He's a victim." I don't know if you've ever heard any of the voice recordings from the trial.
No, I don't follow that stuff. I don't really.
There's a recording of Amber Heard, and she hit Johnny Depp in the recording, and then she's and like I guess she punched him or whatever, and he's like, "Hey, I can't believe you just punched me." And she's like, "Johnny, I didn't punch you. I hit you. I'm sorry. I hit you. I did not punch you. I hit you." And she's admitting that she hit him.
Yeah. So the recordings are why she lost?
The recordings, the public opinion, the jury said she was guilty. She was snorting cocaine in a fucking courtroom.
I still don't agree with that, bro. I don't agree with that. That's what everybody, bro. Watch.
Cocaine addict right here.
I just snorted cocaine. I just snorted cocaine live on the other. Watch. I'll do it again.
Okay.
That's me snorting cocaine, people.
Johnny was the victim.
I'm not here to say who the victim was or who wasn't. That's their problems, not mine.
Actually, it's actually confirmed that Johnny Depp won the trial.
That's fine. I really don't care. It's none of my business.
So Johnny Depp won, and she has to pay him $15 million.
Yeah,
that's a pretty penny to pay.
That is, yeah. That's a lot.
Izzy, he says that Johnny was the victim. Absolutely. And I'm not going to say that Johnny Depp was innocent and all that stuff. He's an
hang on 1 second. Let me snort a little coke.
Folks,
I did it again.
Help Franklin.
I mean, if that's all it takes to snort coke is just do this when there's nothing in your hand.
A tissue, and she was going. And then she
so that means she had coke on her on the tissue.
Folks, go watch the video. Go search on YouTube. Amber Heard snorts cocaine in court. There's going to be a bunch of clips. You can't. You know what, Frank? Hang on. So let me see if I can convince you.
I've seen the video. You're not going to convince me, bro. Just because she was blowing her nose doesn't mean she's snorting cocaine.
Sorry.
Just because she's blowing her nose doesn't mean she's snorting cocaine.
If you want good coke, come to South Florida. Is he okay? Is he? Well, hey, I was just in Florida. Is South Florida? Hey, Ismail, you're watching, man. Is South Florida Orlando? Is that South Florida, or is that not? Let me know. Yeah. Let's continue talking about wrestling. Current wrestling. Hell in a Cell is this Sunday, tomorrow.
Yes, and I will be making my current pay-per-view review debut tomorrow night after the show.
Yeah, you and Jay are going to be so catch out of the back. Thanks a lot. So Jay, Hinchy, and myself, and this guy, if he's a good boy, we're going to be reviewing Hell in a Cell right after the pay-per-view. Yes. Okay, not even close. Okay, Ismail, I was just wondering, man. And
don't forget, next week we will be the Retro Bros episode 11. We will be covering the 5th anniversary episode of SmackDown in 2004. That's again because recently that episode kind of was brought up with the whole Paul London, Rene Dupree, Booker T
episode. Or can we just review that little segment?
What?
Nothing. I'm just kidding. We're gonna review that whole episode of SmackDown, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that'll be fun. SmackDown in 2004. That was actually a good time for SmackDown, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, it was so underrated, man. The problem is the Brock walking out definitely hurt, and they really couldn't find the next guy. Which, of course, when you put all your eggs in the Brock Lesnar basket or anybody's basket, and that person just ups and leaves, you're screwed. Of course, they wanted to move Triple H over to SmackDown. Triple H didn't go. I'm glad he didn't because Evolution, you're breaking up Evolution way too early.
They teased
But
going to SmackDown with that draft.
yeah, that's it. They were going to, but Triple H said no. Triple H didn't want to go,
Well,
which I don't blame.
Tuesdays.
And I don't blame him at all for not going because you got something going with Evolution. Don't break that up now.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's where I enjoyed SmackDown in 04. First of all, storylines. They had some great storylines that year. JBL Eddie Guerrero totally tore it up in that summer. The Undertaker Dudley Boys Paul Heyman thing where they abduct Paul Bearer. Too many Pauls there. That was really good. The rise of John Cena, fucking around with GM Kurt Angle, that was really cool.
I like this parking lot brawl with Eddie Guerrero.
That's 03. But yeah, I agree.
I'm just
saying.
Shout
out to Cena. Shout out to Cena for rocking the Urlacher jersey in that match.
Shout out to Cena in general, dude. That dude is a
no doubt.
Bro,
it's about to be 20 years since he debuted. I cannot believe that.
No, he and Orton debuted both in 2002.
Yeah, Orton's 20th anniversary is happening now. We're getting up to later this month, Cena's 20th anniversary,
and Brock's 20-year anniversary too.
That came up, yep. And for me, this Thanksgiving will be the 20th anniversary of me becoming a fan.
Who cares?
Shut the hell up. Yeah, that's something I want to do around Thanksgiving time. I want to review that show.
What show?
The SmackDown. It's Thanksgiving 2002 SmackDown. When Thanksgiving rolls around, I want to do that. And I want to drop it on Thanksgiving. I don't know if we can record it on Thanksgiving because, we'll be busy with family.
You have family coming over or something on Thanksgiving?
Of course, that's what I'm saying. We can record it. We can record it maybe a few days earlier. And don't delete it. Remember that. Do not delete it. Just pass it to me if you have to. I'll hold on to it.
I will delete it. Delete. Hang on. Delete.
But yeah, even though Thanksgiving's a long way away, that's going to be our Thanksgiving week episode. We're going to do the Thanksgiving 2002 snack. What?
And then in December, we're going to review ECW December to Dismember.
2006?
Yeah.
I have not watched that show yet.
I've not watched that show either, but we're going to review it, bro. We're going to review it. So, hey, that's
but yeah, hold on. It was SmackDown 04. So I want to get back to that for a minute. Yeah, I love that year, man. Like I said, the JBL Eddie Guerrero feud, one of my all-time favorite feuds ever. I loved Eddie back then. I hated JBL because I was such a huge Eddie fan. JBL was such a great heel. His title reign was also another reason why 04 SmackDown was so good. He did the feud with Undertaker too. But even the early part of before Brock left was great too, with Brock feuding with Eddie and Eddie beating for the title. First pay-per-view I ever saw live. Yeah, SmackDown 04 is very underrated, I swear. And again, like I said, the rise of Cena was a big part of that. Where he was taking that next step slowly but surely. And of course, come WrestleMania, he was the champ. He ended JBL's reign. But yeah, SmackDown 04 is underrated, man. Raw 03 is underrated.
Talking about current topics to SmackDown 04.
Well, we could talk about anything. If a discussion comes up, we've already talked all we can about the current product.
SmackDown 6, yeah.
For me, as I've said plenty of times, the SmackDown 6 wasn't the only reason why SmackDown was so good at that time, man. In 03, when they had the McMahon power struggle angle, that was what made SmackDown so good in 2003. Man.
Right now, this guy, this guy, he likes wrestling. He likes the drama aspect of it, not the wrestling.
That's where I'm here for the storylines, man. The matches should be saved for the paper.
I'm knocking you, Frank. I'm not trying to knock you.
No, I know. I'm here for the storylines. That's why I'm not that big a fan of today's product. Like, man, I freaking love WWE 1999. That gets no love today. That was so damn underrated, man. I don't know why people trash that today. WCW in 2000, that was tremendous, man.
Shit.
There was drama. It was good. It was more than just wrestling, and that's what I
Right.
love.
This guy's all about the drama and less about the wrestling. As a
No
wrestler,
doubt.
he doesn't care about the
Save the wrestling for the pay per view. That's what the pay per views are for.
right. So
Weekly shows should have
tomorrow,
storyline.
tomorrow when we watch on the sale, are you gonna sit here and shit on all the wrestling matches?
No, if they're good, no. But there's a difference. I see a good wrestling match. I have different opinions on what makes a good wrestling match. I've said it before.
Yeah.
It's all about working the crowd. If the crowd is into it, I can enjoy it.
Yes.
But again, I don't want to see weekly shows that are just match after match after match after match after match. And to me, that's what it is today. Back then, back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, sure, there were matches on the weekly shows, but you also had a whole bunch of entertaining segments, a whole bunch of storyline advancement. And that's why I enjoyed back then, and I don't necessarily enjoy it too much today.
Right.
That's not to say that's not people take it wrong because I do kind of word it wrong. I say there's like no storylines today. That's not necessarily what I mean. There's not enough storyline advancement for me. They do storylines. There's nothing to really get me excited. I don't really enjoy the storylines as much as I did back then because to me the focus is on the matches.
And by the way, I want to shout out Apple support. They helped me out earlier today. My mom sent me $25 via a virtual Apple card to my email, and when I went to go get the code or whatever, it said invalid code, and I'm like, wait, what? Invalid code? She's like, oh yeah, just message Apple support. They'll fix it, whatever. So I messaged Apple support, and they helped me, and all I had to do was just log out and log back in, and they let me back in. So, and they gave me my money. So, yeah, shout out to Apple support. They're great. If you don't have an iPhone in 2020, what are you doing with your life? Mike, do you have an iPhone?
No, and I don't care. I'm currently talking to you on an Android. I really don't care. A phone is a phone, and iPhones are freaking more expensive.
True. All right.
I got all I need. I got all I need on this phone. Internet connection.
Yeah.
Literally all I need.
Wi-Fi.
I'm not even what should I say? There's no like if somebody tried to dial a number, you ain't gonna get me. There's no phone what I'm trying to say.
Scam?
What was that?
Scam?
No. I am not connected to like I'm not paying for phone. I should say.
Okay.
Like you can't call me. You can call me on Facebook, but you can't call me on the phone. Like you can call me on the phone through Facebook.
That's kind of the thing about the phone. You call people on the phone.
Yeah. I'm not currently connected to any phone company.
So hang on. So let's play this out.
I use cell phones for internet.
If your mom is dying in a grocery store, she can't call you for help.
She can call me through Facebook, which she did before. Shortly before you called me, she called me up because she at the grocery store right now, and she called me up and was asking me about stuff. And she calls me through Facebook. I don't, and if that was a big issue, she could just call me on the phone here at home.
iPhone, folks, just get the iPhone.
Nice little behind the scenes view. We got a nice little shot of your computer there for a second.
Yeah.
Turn it sideways. There you go. Widescreen, baby. There you go. Nice little behind the scenes look.
There you go. That'll be on our TikTok. No, I have.
We did one little TikTok video and we didn't even promote it. And, like nobody gave a shit.
No, we don't really use TikTok. So let's
Yeah,
do this.
it's YouTube, bro. There's views. People think TikTok's a thing right now, and I get it is, but that doesn't just mean if you jump on TikTok and start reviewing wrestling that people are gonna jump to you like, oh, look at them, look at them. There's plenty of people on YouTube to this day, and I do say like, nobody really cares about fans reviewing wrestling. They do, but I still think uh, they care more about the wrestlers or people who've been in the business. But there are people like Demon Diva, uh, Solid Monster, Aaron Riff. There are plenty of people on
Hello
YouTube who
Monster. Hello Monster.
I'm not sure, but shout out to him. He a wrestling. I mean, of course he's a wrestling fan. Shout out to him. He's a fellow Met fan, of course. Shout out to him. He's
Damn Mets, dog. Like,
say that again. Say that again. The damn what? The damn what?
Ismail says, "Fuck the iPhone," and ruthless aggression is underrated. Yes, I agree. Is he?
I'd say the early parts of it are, yeah.
iPhone?
But hold on, say that again. The damn what? The damn what?
The damn Mets.
Say it right. Say it right. You know how to say it. Say it right.
The number one team and whatever. The damn Mets.
That's fine. That's fine. But remember, it's first place. Mets.
Okay. First place, the damn Mets.
No. The damn first place Mets. Say it right.
The damn first place Mets.
That's right. That's right. And don't forget it.
No, the first place damn Mets. That's what I'm gonna say.
Either way, it's fine. But yeah, there are plenty of people who aren't in the wrestling business that get that got YouTube stuff going on where they review wrestling and they're following. Like I said, those three. And there's plenty other. I just don't know too many. Well, the wrestling regret guy, he doesn't really review it.
Brian
He does videos. Yeah, him. There's What Culture guy. There's plenty of people who do wrestling videos on YouTube and get successful. One thing, we're a startup. We're fairly new. I mean, this channel's been on for a year. This upcoming the 5th anniversary SmackDown will be our 11th episode, just counting the Retro Bros.
I wanted to say something. Shout out to you, Frank, because I came to you with this idea of just doing a one podcast episode of the Simultaneous Friends podcast episode. And you said, yeah, sure, that sounds like fun. And then you came to me with the idea of, hey, do weekly shows where we cover classic.
The thing is, I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to review the classic shows because I freaking love that. And I know
podcast.
I what?
You never had the balls to start a podcast.
That's a fact, though. I'm not gonna lie. That's a fact.
Yourself, you're like, I'm too scared to.
Yeah, I'm too scared to jump in front of the camera.
There's no balls. That's not me like being a jerk or nothing. It's literally said I had no balls to do it.
You're right. I was afraid to jump in front of a camera and talk.
And now
that's why I did
all the time, bro. Because I got you used to it.
You can go back and watch like the first few episodes of Retro Bros, and you can tell I'm nervous as hell, especially when this dude would leave, and I would start because he would leave for a few seconds. He would leave for a few seconds and be like, "Yo, you take over." I'm like, what? What? You're leaving me all by myself? Did you what? I start stuttering like
Folks, for a little behind the scenes note, when Frank and I review a pay-per-view or an episode or whatever, he and I watch the show together. And so we're talking while we're watching the show and everything. And some things we leave for the podcast, some things we don't. But it was funny. The other day, we were watching the SmackDown after September 11th. And by the way, that's Go watch that episode. That's a good episode.
That's one of my least favorite episodes that we've done. But not trying to tell people to not watch it. You can watch it if you want, but there's nothing to really talk about.
It's a short little episode. That's why he isn't.
Yeah. Nah, I didn't like it because like there was nothing to talk about for me. Wrestling.
But there was a moment between the Terry Reynolds interview and the Rock interview, and I started crying.
Right.
Frank, remember that?
I remember. Yeah.
And Frank was just sitting there, all like, "What do I do? What do I do?"
Yeah. Like the thing, he expected that I was gonna start crying. I'm like, man, I've seen this show a million times, bro. This 2001. Anything 2001, I've seen a million times. And I'm not trying to shit on.
You can watch the show a million times and still cry about it.
Right, sometimes. Like I can't get over watching the Eddie Guerrero tribute shows. I'll still cry about that because y'all know I've said it before. Eddie Guerrero, one of my all-time favorites.
We're not gonna review that whole Raw episode.
We're not gonna do those. The Raw and the SmackDown tribute and the Owen tribute.
Or Benoit.
And
if
of course,
just go look in the archives. Is there any archives?
There are 5 shows that we're never gonna review. Over the Edge '99 for obvious reasons.
Right.
The Owen Hart tribute, the Eddie Guerrero tribute for Raw and SmackDown. And then the Benoit one, which isn't even on Peacock or the network, Peacock, whatever.
But hey, I will say.
But like the thing is, like, I wasn't like, I'm not trying to shit on anybody who lost that tragedy from 9/11, but like, you know, it didn't really bring up bad, like something that was gonna make me cry, you know.
You lived in New York at that time.
I did. I didn't necessarily lose anybody though.
I don't know why I'm going to ask this question, but when you were in Queens, right? You were in Queens.
I've been in New York all my life, by the way. You said I lived in New York back then. I've never moved. I've been in New York since day one.
Did Queens have a view at all of the World Trade Center?
No. Like if I could have looked out my window that day, no. And I still live like not too far from where I lived back then, because like I said, so here's the thing. I went to 33 back then, PS 33. That was the school I was going to.
Shout out to 33.
Yes, shout out Zelina Vega. She went there too, and she also sadly lost her dad that day.
Yeah.
So I lived
September 11th.
Everybody who was lost, no doubt.
Yeah.
So I live like literally right on the block of 33. I live like there's one house, there's a police station, 105th precinct, and then boom, you'd be right across the street, turn that way, and 33 is right there. So and like I said last week, I still live close to 33. I could literally walk there right now, and I could get there. So that just shows you I'm close to where I was living when 9/11 happened, and there ain't no way I could look out the window right now and I ain't gonna see the city at all.
Okay.
You know, we would have to take you'd have to take a train to get to the city, like which that's something because you don't want to drive in the city. Trust me on that. You do not want to drive. I've been to events. Like I said, June 23rd.
Garden.
What?
You ever been to Madison Square Garden? Oh wait, I think.
Bro, we reviewed the June 23rd. The June 20th. Yeah. I've been.
Upstairs. Yeah.
I was there. My mom. I think we drove a little bit, and she stopped. She parked the car in a certain spot. We hopped on the subway. Where else? So I went to a live house show in 2011. I honestly can't remember if we drove to that, but I went to a Selena Gomez concert in 2013 at Barclays. Took a train to that. And then there was the Raw in 2013, a week before my birthday. Took a train for that. What's so funny? What's so funny?
Gomez concert?
You're damn right.
Yeah, she is pretty. I'll give you that.
She is. And again, she was born on the same day as me. Same exact day.
Well, there you go.
Really?
Let me see if you have any comments. Ismail's
nobody gives it.
put some respect on the Mets. I
Damn right.
respect the Mets, Booker, man.
You respect the who? You respect the who?
The Mets.
The who?
The number one team, the first place team, the Mets.
There you go. Yeah, that's right.
Was that correct?
Yes, first place Mets. And you can say number one team. That's fine too. Best team in the NL East right now, and it ain't even close.
The Mets are number one. Yeah.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast. Like we said at the beginning of the video, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get notified when we upload new content. We upload new content weekly. It seems like daily almost. But we're grinding. We're trying new things here.
We're not the whole doing multiple videos a week is not going to happen all the time. But yeah, every occasional while
we get lucky every now and again, bro. Unlike Falk here, who never gets lucky.
And we're not going to throw like certain like we're gonna record every this day of the week. We're not doing that no more. We're gonna record, and when we record, we're gonna share the link around. Like you come watch if you want. There's no weekday date to it anymore. That's why we changed the name of Flashback Friday.
Have I shared? Right. Have I shared any of my Florida stories here on the podcast?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we're gonna close out with this. I was gonna close out, but I'm gonna close out with some stories. So back in February, I went to Orlando for like 3 days. We left on a Sunday and we got back on a Wednesday. Wednesday that we came back actually was my birthday. So we left on the 20th, came back on the 23rd. While we were in Florida, we went to Disney World and we went to Universal Studios. And when we went to so both parks that we went to, I got the handicap pass because I got special needs. I got disabilities. I don't call them disabilities. I call them special needs because disabilities is such a negative way to look at it. Special things that make me special, make me unique. I have cerebral palsy, in case you guys didn't know. Anyway, so we had the handicap pass, the special needs pass, I'll call it, and that meant. So I went to Orlando in 2007, 2008. No, I went to Orlando in 2006 and 2008. And 2007, I went to Anaheim, and that's where we kind of learned about the special needs pass. And here's something else you guys didn't know about me. I was on the special needs cheer team for Cheers and the Suns, and so I saw one of my teammates going through the exit line of one of the rides, and we were like, "Hey, the entrance." This was at Disneyland, not Disney World, because this is Anaheim. So I saw her. We saw her going through the exit line, and we're like, "Hey! The line's right over here. We're right here." And they're like, "Oh yeah, but we have the handicap pass, so that gets us like immediately on the ride. You guys don't know that? We never heard of it until then." We're like, "No, we never really heard of that." And so after that ride, we go to. They're like, "Oh yeah. You just go to Town Square, whatever, and they'll hook you up." And so after that ride, we went to Town Square. And they hooked us up. So everybody in your party, everybody that you're with, gets to use the pass. So I got to use it. My mom, my dad, my sister, we all got to use that, and it was a cool thing. And then we used it again in Disney World, the following in 2008, and we actually had the Hopper Pass in 08 as well. So you can go from park to park to park to park. So You can go to Magic Kingdom, you can go to Epcot, you can go to Animal Kingdom, and you can go to I want to say Hollywood Studios, but that's not what it is. What is it? Hold on a second. Let me do some research here, folks. Frank, entertain the people while I do research.
I've never been to Orlando Studios before in my life. What we talk about here? What do I talk about? Well, the Mets are in first place, of course.
Okay, folks,
The
I'm
first place.
back. I'm back. Hollywood Studios. That's what it is. Okay, I'm right. It is
Okay.
Hollywood Studios. And so you can go from Hollywood Studios to Magic Kingdom, to Animal Kingdom, to Epcot, all that stuff. And yeah, that was cool. So this year when I went, I went with my mom, my dad, and my cousin. We tried to do the handicap pass thing again, and they changed it up just a smidge. So now, if you're handicapped, what you do is you go up to the ride and you set up the time for you to come back to the ride to ride it. And then at that time, come back and they'll get you on right away. So that's how they do that now. And so we did that. In Universal Studios, they did that similar. In Universal Studios, we actually had the Hopper Pass for Universal Studios, and it was cool because we spent a lot of our day in Hogwarts in the Harry Potter world. And I'm going to tell you right here, right now, Hogwarts at Orlando, Florida, Universal Studios is amazing. You will love it. It's huge, dude. It's huge. It's like half the freaking park.
Right.
It's crazy. There were 3 rides that we went on. One of them was Escape from Gringotts. One of them was a ride at the castle. And then there was one, I think it's called Hagrid's Wild Ride. And those rides were insanely awesome. And I'm going to say this real quick, and then we'll stop the video. They with the rides, so they had like holograms and videos and stuff to set up the ride, right?
That's cool.
Yeah, and the really cool part is they had the actors from the movies, so like Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson and all that. They were doing the videos for the rides, so they that was really cool that they got the actors to come back and do that stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. Nice.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the video right here. We've been live for an hour and 12 minutes. Yeah. So, follow your boys on Twitter. Follow me at CJMania29. Follow him at Jake Magnum is the future.
Or the links are in description for Twitter.
Down below for all of our social media stuff. Hey, until next time, we're out of time. We'll see you guys next week.